Well, I guess when you have 2 years to anticipate a remake of a legendary movie, it can't be too disappointing when you finally see the movie and it turned out not to live up to the first one. That's why I'm not upset about seeing Space Jam 2 or Space Jam A New Legacy. But that's not what we're here to talk about. That's not what we're here to talk about. I'll let more of you guys see it before I probably give a review on it. But we are here to talk about a guy who was in the movie. He goes by the name of Damian Lillard, aka Dame Time, aka Dame Dollar, aka Big Shot Dame. You guys know who I'm talking about. So Damian Lillard has recently requested. Well, a story came out. Let me rephrase that Dame has requested to be trade that he's going to be asking for a trade in the coming days from the Portland Trailblazers. Dame has been with the Trailblazers for about 9 years now, and he's been to the playoffs every season except his first year, his rookie year with the team. They did release, excuse me, still under the weather. They did release Scotty Brooks. They did release Terry Stotts about like last month or 2 months ago, right after they were eliminated by Denver in the first round. You know, Denver didn't have Jamal Murray. It was a really bad first round exit because Portland had everyone. People had them pegged to, you know, possibly make it to the NBA Finals before the season started, and losing in the first round, that was a sign. This first round exit was just a sign that something's got to change in Portland. The fans knew it. Like I said, if you go back and look at that Game 6 loss, the fans, even though it was the first time back, having a crowd in like a year or so, the fans were just disappointed because it's like, our fans usually like, oh, good job anyway, guys. We had expectations. But no, they were just really disappointed because you can't lose that series. You can't lose that series and not even make it out the first round with a team like that, playing a team who showed that they needed Jamal Murray, when they got to the second round, Denver, that is, against Phoenix, when they got swept. But yeah, Dame, there was a report came out that he's going to be asking for a trade. He has come out and denied those rumors.
Like I was saying, I woke up to those reports. A lot of people reaching out to me, but it's not true. I'll start off the rip and say it's not true. I said the last time I spoke to you guys that a lot of things are being said, and it hasn't come from me. So number one is it's not true, and secondly, I'll also say that I haven't made any firm decision on what my future will be. So there's really no need for anybody else to speak for me or report this or report that. If there's something to be said, as I said the last time, I'll speak directly with my team and with Neil. So that's that.
But you pretty much know how this type of thing works, right? Like, we all get it. He denied, of course, to keep the peace, keep everything calm, and things like that. But at the end of the day, probably I'll say in next week or whatever, or when USA probably wraps up, when they're all done with the Olympics, it's going to start back up, and it won't be something that he can deny, because he also said he still haven't made a decision on what his future will be. And it's not like Dame is like a free agent or anything. He's not. He's still under contract until 2024. So they have him for the long haul. Just like the Rockets had James Harden, but we know how that situation went as the season got closer. James, forced his way up out of Houston. And Portland is not going to want to let Dame go. They're going to try to persuade him and everything. And I don't think anything is going to work, because as much of an inspiration the Phoenix Suns may be, Dame got to believe deep down, like, I've been here 9 years. I've been in the playoffs 8 years in a row, made it to a conference finals, got swept out of that conference finals head-to-head against Clay and Steph. And I'm seeing all these dudes I'm hooping with on the Olympic team, who I see during the All-Star game. You know, they are prospering. Brooklyn is not going to be a second-round exit next year. The Lakers are probably going to make a pitch for Dame, but, you know, Kemba may be their second choice if they can't get him, but they're going to be looking to make a play to get better. And he see the same thing James Harden sees. Like, we're not going to go anywhere. We're not going to go anywhere. That's just the truth of it. And unfortunately, it's, you know, a similar situation to James Harden. They get a new coach in there, and now the superstar wants out. Now, Dame has denied it, but I think if we all speculate, we pretty much know how this thing is going to go. Dame is he's not going to want to be in Portland, you know, playing in Portland this upcoming season. He may play a couple games like James Harden, and it may be that one game where he go into the press conference and just say, it's just not working. Like, it's not working. We're not good enough. Just trade me. I've been here 9 years. I've given you everything. I've done all I could do. And again, if that happens, I'll look at it the same way I looked at the Harden situation. He wants out, but this is not all on the franchise, not on the organization. Dame has been in these spots and has come up short as well, just like James Harden did. But you know he's going to want out, and if the Lakers can get him, I'm all for it. I'm not saying forget Dame, whatever. I'm all for Damian Lillard coming to the Lakers because Dame is big time, and if Dame is playing with someone like LeBron, who I think, you know, his LeBron's ultimate skill is just knowing how to build instant chemistry with new teammates. I think it'll work out perfectly, especially with Anthony Davis still. And a lot of people like myself, I don't know the Lakers' chances of getting Dame because they don't care about giving up whatever team asks for to get him. Like, you know, as far as, you know, probably not LeBron and AD, but Kuzma, I don't think Kuzma's going to be a Laker this upcoming season. Schroeder probably won't be there as well. Montrezl Harrell, they may do sign and trades, but the Lakers going to make a pitch. I can see him going. I can see Boston making a pitch for him, but I think Philly would be a really good fit for Damian Lillard. You know, I think that's the team that's going to make the biggest play for Dame this upcoming offseason when those trades start to heat back up as we get closer to everything. Because Ben Simmons, of course, you heard the story. You heard that Philly is looking for trade trade partners with him. So I think Dame and Embiid out in Philly even with the same team they have this year, just no Simmons, that could be a really good destination for him. I think if Dame goes anywhere, it'll be East. If it's not LA, it'll be East for sure. Miami, Philly, somewhere. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's not a surprise seeing this because, like I said, you knew it was coming after this first round exit to Denver. You know, as a fan, you can just look back and just know that things are not going to be smooth in the offseason with this organization because they weren't supposed to lose that series. Not taking anything from Denver, but Portland, I guarantee you, outside of Nugget fans, if you put 100 people, you know, probably and asked them, and all were non-Denver, non-Portland, the majority would have said Portland is going to win this series. Like Jokic, congratulations, MVP, but you don't have Murray. This is Portland series, and it didn't happen. And this was the series that, you know, just finally just broke everything to where it's like, all right, we got to break this up. I feel sorry for Chauncey Billups, you know, coming into this situation as a head coach for the first time. But you know, you just gotta find another way to build. And now it's time to see what Portland's going to do, because you know, we all know what's coming. We all know what's coming. That's pretty much all we got to report on so far. Thank you guys for hearing me out. Be sure to smash that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Where do you think Dame is going to go? You think it's going to be like a 3-team trade? Let me know what you guys think. Until we get more news about this story, stay tuned, subscribe, and prepare to hear me out more. Peace.